Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. A woman drowns in Christiansted, an update on our weather situation, and Diageo cleans up after the storm. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8.
News Channel 8 is sponsored by AT&T. Centennial is joining AT&T for greater coverage, more innovation, and better service.
In our top story tonight, we are in the middle of a very active hurricane season. If we take a look at the Atlantic right now, we can see that the remnants of Gustav has now become what is known as medium potential disturbance number 1. Cloudiness and showers located at about 1,150 miles west of the Cape Verde Islands has increased overnight in association with the remnants of Gustav, and the environmental conditions may become more conducive for redevelopment over the next weekend as it moves 5 to 10 miles per hour, and we'll be keeping an eye on that. Another disturbance called the low potential disturbance number 2 is located just past the Verde Islands at 12.7 north, 24.0 west. A tropical wave located between the west coast of Africa and Cape Verde Islands is producing a large area of showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear to be marginally conducive for some low development of this system during the next couple of days. And in other news, a 45-year-old woman drowned yesterday afternoon in the vicinity of the LBJ housing community. Miss Maxine Binnerston is 45 years old, apparently ran into some trouble as she swam offshore of the LBJ housing community. The incident happened around 12:30 yesterday afternoon, and several onlookers and friends tried unsuccessfully to revive the woman. Maxine Binnerson leaves behind 4 children, and News Channel 8 sends our condolences to the Binnerson family. Please be safe this Labor Day weekend. And also an update on Edwin Encarnacion. He's still the prime suspect in the homicide of George Parisia. Edwin is 5'4" and 150 pounds approximately, and has been on the lam, yet to be apprehended. Police Commissioner Novell Francis has increased the reward for Edwin Encarnacion to $2,500. Again, it is a punishable offense to harbor a fugitive, so please do not help Edwin Encarnacion. Help the Virgin Islands Police Department capture and question this man. And on St. Thomas, a boat caught on fire in the Crown Bay area. News Channel 8's Lee Carl files this report from St. Thomas.
We're out here at Crown Bay. How many times I've been here to cover many ships and the like, and this one is an unusual one. It was aboard the Super Saravan type vessels that bring in yachts. I saw it the other day. It was offloaded, and all of a sudden, apparently, I still don't know at this point, the generator room apparently had the problem of fire. Smoke is still coming out of there. They're still in the bottom of the vessel. Now, I understand that this vessel was to be transported through St. Thomas to St. Martin to become a restaurant. It is the KLM Pearl. The owner is on the dock here, didn't want to say very much, and I'm awaiting a chance to speak to Daryl George. There we go again. Daryl, what have you found so far?
So far, we found this wooden vessel fully engulfed in the bottom engine room. Our crews went down and began suppression, advanced attack. We got to the engine room and started to extinguish, but ran into some problems, so we asked for some more assistance, and we brought Port Authority in to assist us to try to get this fire knocked down. At this time, the fire is under control. We're doing some mop-up and hitting some hot spots. The guys did a good job, and we're going to be here for a couple more hours making sure the vessel is completely out.
In St. Thomas at the Crown Bay dock, for a fire in a vessel. Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Lee Carl. Well, here on St. Croix, there's some serious dress code problems at Central High School. News Channel 8 was there earlier today.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Well, yesterday, I have to tell you, first day of school was like an A+. There was no problems. I always say the barometer for problems at back to school is I get a lot of phone calls. I didn't get like one phone call. Today, it's a different situation. I believe we have students who are locked out. News Channel 8 started getting calls as early as 7:30 this morning. I'm here with a very upset parent. And tell us your story and how many students you have in here this morning.
I have one child. My son is Kai Javois. He's a very good student. I got a phone call from an unknown cell phone leaving a message that my son needed to speak to me. When I called it back, the little boy said, your son got locked out. He's sitting outside. I don't know where he is right now, but he wanted to call you to come and pick him up. When I came to the school, on my way, my son called me and said, I'm home. I said, how did you get home? He said, I took a ride with a friend because I couldn't get you. I said, okay. When I come to the school with my son, I go to the office. I meet about probably 80, 90 kids outside saying that they have uniform infractions. My son is wearing his pants the same exact way that he bought it from the store. Yesterday when he was here, he was not told that he had any problems. However, this morning there's a problem with his pants. I said, did anyone approach my son and ask him about his pants situation? They said, no. So how can someone do something about a problem that they don't know about? Right now, there are kids inside of the sewing room.
Here comes some members of the media
that are
from the print, and also I saw education come in. Let me stop you there. I told you that I just saw a young man. He was very nicely groomed, had on the colors, but his pants were too long. He had to go across the street and back of the old Midland restaurant, and his aunt had to sew up his pants. You said they have a seamstress on duty?
They have a seamstress for the school who is charging each student $5 to hem their pants. I don't know if this is...
What's that?
They're charging $5 for the students to get their pants hemmed. So I don't know if this is a ploy for the government to make yet even more money, but if, this is their way, I could have donated the $5.
We have a seamstress on duty at Central High School charging your children $5 a pop. Was that in the orientation?
No, it was not.
They don't want me to go in, and they don't want the principal to come out. If you want your children's clothes altered, it'll cost $5 a pop. They've got a seamstress on duty. Your hard tax dollars at work. Welcome to the home of the Caribs, where knowledge is power if you have a needle and thread. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And when we come back from this break, we'll take a look at your Caribbean report as well as what's happening with Diageo. Stay with us on News Channel 8.